Hi guys, Nominate here, and just playing some Cities Skylines, and I thought I'd share a little tip with you that kind of worked out on my own. I'm sure some other people have worked it out too, and that is how to draw a perfect curve with a highway. Um, and the challenge here is getting two of them to follow the exact same curve. So to make this happen, we are running some mods here to make this a little easier. You can still make it happen. What you will have to pay attention to when you're doing this, though, is the cost. So you can use the cost to measure rather than the tools I'm using. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our highways to be a consistent width apart to start with. So I usually go about 5 units. So it's a half a block. And if we then join the highway back up to that, you can see that the stock highway on this map is actually not at that same spacing. Let's actually find out what it is and see if we can use it. So it's a 4-unit spacing. Okay, we can work with that. All right, so now we have. Did I use a different kind of highway? Right. All right, so now we know this highway is 4 units apart. And if I just reverse the direction so the error goes away. So we now have an exact point where we want to start at, and we know it's 4 units apart. So what I'm going to do is just with this, in this test game, I'm just going to create a 90-degree curve around this way. So when you're doing this, there's a couple of things you want to take note of. So first thing is do the inside curve first. It's a lot easier to do it that way. So first thing you want to make note of is what is the distance. In this case, I'm going to go 70 units. This number is coming from the Precision Engineering mod. If you don't have that, then what you're going to have to do is draw some lines, draw some roads out at the 90s to find your midpoint, and then see what the cost of the road is. It's honestly, it's a lot easier to do with precision engineering. Anyway, we're going to come out 70 units. Well, actually 60 is fine, just for demonstration purposes. So our straight ahead for this curve is 60 units. We're then going to go at as close to 90 degrees, although it doesn't actually matter. You can make this work on any angle, but we're going to go 60 units this way. And I'm going to get that at roughly 90. It actually doesn't matter. In fact, just to prove it doesn't matter, let's go and put it right there. So we know that this curve started at 60 units straight out. So what we're going to do now is draw a road on here, the 4 units out, and this is where we're going to join our highway up to. So go back to our highway again. Now the outside is going to be slightly longer because it does have it is actually a longer road. So I don't know exactly what this is going to be. So basically the best way to do this is trial and error. So what you want to do is find the snap point for 90 degrees. Now this is saying 90.8, but it should actually be coming out at very close to 90. So I'm going to try 62 and we'll see if this works. And what you're looking for, and this is where precision engineering makes this a lot easier, is you're looking for that number there where it joins up to be as close to 90 as you can get. So 62 is giving us 89.4. Let's try 61 and see if it's any better. 88.8, so that's slightly worse. Let's try a 63. 89.9, so that's pretty much perfect. So we'll place that down, and if we go in and have a look, you can see that our spacing on this highway is pretty much dead on perfect. You will of course have a lot of trouble doing this without precision engineering because you need that angle that it comes in at. But if you use the same technique without it, just know that the perfect angle is going to be a couple of units longer than what the inside was. And you can do that using cost. For example, if you draw a road this way and basically find, where your 60 unit number is, draw your first highway out to that point, then draw your second highway out to that point, plus or minus a couple. And you can get pretty close, but it is a lot easier to do with precision engineering. But that's basically it. I mean, it's a really simple trick once you work it out. Roads as rulers is kind of something I've come to realize with this game, is that if you want your roads, following precise guidelines, use your roads as rulers. Put down, the cheap roads to, play to position things, and getting that spacing, having that 4 unit long road at the end of the highway to be the point you join to, just makes that happen so much simpler. So yeah, I hope you found that useful. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And we will. I'll try and have some more good content like this in the future. I've only recently got back into Cities and City Skylines, but I do really like the game and hope that I can spend some more time making some videos on this in the future.